Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Golgari GraveBeans again. So with Final Fantasy, we got some uncommonly good cards for this specific deck. We got a Diamond Weapon, a 9 mana, 8/8 that says this spell costs 1 less to cast for each permanent card in your graveyard. Not just creatures, any permanent cards, even lands. So this could be a 2 mana 8/8. It's got reach, and more importantly, it is immune. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to Diamond Weapon. Not dealt to and dealt by, just dealt to. So basically this creature never dies in combat. If there's a mono red deck out there, that's just gonna falter to our gigantic 8/8 power beast. But we also have another card in Exdeath, Void Warlock. So Exdeath is a 3 mana, 3/3, 1 and Golgari, 3 mana, 3/3. When he enters, you gain 3 life, which, I mean, honestly, sometimes gaining life is just good enough. But at the beginning of your end step, if there are 6 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, transform Exdeath. And it becomes a Neo Exdeath Dimensions End, a X Trample, a Star Trample, where its power is equal to the number of permanent cards in our graveyard. Well, with this Golgari GraveBeans deck, our entire graveyard is gonna be permanent, so this is gonna be like a 25/3. Attacking for a 25 trample is a lot. So that's kind of the idea of the deck. The rest of the deck is pretty much the same shell, but we do have another card to talk about, Town Greeter. A 2 mana 1/1 that when he enters, mill 4 card, and we may put a land card amongst them into our hand. If it's a town, then we gain 2 life. So this is a mill that give us a land back, much like what we had before. What was that other card called? It was a 2 mana mill that we took away. Dredger's Insight, right? So it's not a Dredger's Insight anymore. It is now the Town Greeter. They both mill 4, but the best part about Town Greeter is that it is a creature. So it will fill up our creature requirement for a lot of the parts of the deck, a lot of the synergies of the deck. And of course, I always have one Ayara, Widow of the Realm. This card, this lady is insane. Well, we can sacrifice Exdeath. It's legendary, so we don't want that many. That's fine. We sacrifice one. It'll deal 9 damage to our opponent. We gain 9 life. Whoa, boy, that's one big swing. Big life swing. Alright, so that's kind of the idea of this deck. So let's talk about the whole deck list. Turn 1, we got one of our 8 1-drops, 4 Gnawing Vermin, and 4 Rubber Belt Maverick. So these cards are going to give us just basically mill 2 every time they come in. Surveil is a little bit better than mill because sometimes when we're flooded, we can make sure we keep a creature on top or, you know, a spell on top. If we are mana screw, we can make sure to keep a land on top. And Rubber Belt Maverick does allow us to do that ever so slightly. And then turn 2, we got 4 Town Greeter and 4 Up the Beanstalk. So we can either try to get a land drop or try to get more cards coming up for our next turns. Turn 2 also has one of the 4 Overlord of the Balemurk. A very important card for this deck because it mills 4 and put a creature, a non-avatar creature, back to our hand. But more importantly, because Overlord of the Balemurk is able to put creatures back to our hand, we get a lot of continuous synergies with our mills. So that's our 2-drops. We also have a pseudo 2-drop in the discarding side of the Harvester of Misery, which we can make a creature -2/-2. But we can also play Harvester for 5 and just -2/-2 on an entire board. So these are our 1 to 2-drop plays. That's pretty consistent what we want to do on turn 1 or turn 2. Turn 3, we got 1 of 3 plays, right? We can play Exdeath. If nothing else, Exdeath at least gain us 3 life, which isn't that bad. 3 mana to gain 3 life. And the current metagame obviously isn't great, but on the back of a 3/3 creature that could be a scary death, you know, on our opponent, I think it's fine. And then we also have 1 3 mana Quasri Revenant. So this card is a 3 mana 3/3 flying lifelink Death Touch, which pretty good but on its own. There's Vampire Nighthawk, but it has Renew, where we can exile this card from our graveyard to put a flying Death Touch and lifelink counter on one of our creatures, which is great to combo with Exdeath. So imagine we have like a 25/3 that also has flying and lifelink. Oh boy, that we're never losing after that. So that's kind of the idea. And finally we have 1 Ayara, Widow of Realm, which sacrifices another creature. Ayara will deal X damage and gain X life, where X is the permanent's mana value, which this whole deck is all about mana values that gets cheated out. So Ayara also can work with Quasri Revenant because she is dealing that damage herself. And for any fringe scenario, maybe we can flip Ayara so we can get at the beginning of combat on your turn, return up to 1 target artifact or creature from your graveyard to the battlefield against haste. So we can try to bring back the Diamond Weapons or the Huskburster and go for big overwhelming damage. Probably Probably never going to happen. Ayara's front side is just so good. But that's kind of the heart of the deck. Then let's talk about the synergy cards that we try to cast. We got 4 Overwhelming Remorse to exile a creature or Planeswalker. Very importantly, it also hits Planeswalkers, so we don't need to worry about, you know, those control decks as much. We have 4 Hollow Marauder to make our opponent discard a card. It's a 1 mana 4/2, basically, because it costs 1 less for each creature in our graveyard. We got a 8 mana 6/6 Huskburster. That's basically a 1 mana 6/6 Death Touch and Menace, and it says 1 less for each creature you only exile and in your graveyard. So in exile as well, if our opponent exiles our graveyard, it doesn't matter. We can still get a fast Huskburster. And then finally, we got 3 diamond weapons. Only 3 because he is legendary, or it is legendary. So we don't have too many stuck in our hand. And finally, the lands. So we got 3 swamps and 1 forest. Obviously, there's a lot more black cards than green cards in the beginning. And more importantly, we have 1 Midgard City of Mako. Mako. I don't know what it's called. I know it's Final Fantasy VII. But this is a town that does trigger with the town greeter. But more importantly, we get to sacrifice a creature or an artifact and draw 2 cards. So what we're going to sack, Gnawing Vermin is a very good sacrificial trigger, which then we can get the -1/-1 on a creature's on an opponent's creature if we want to. So that is our chain. And then we also have 4 Blooming Marsh, 3 Llanowar Wastes, 4 Underground Mortuary for the Surveil triggers, and 4 Wastewood Verge that starts off on green. That's why we have more swamps than forests. And that's kind of the whole idea of this deck. I think this is still a very consistently strong deck, but let's see how it does in the metagame. That, our opponent, is the Il Mostro de Frenze. Cool. And of course, he is De Frenze, so he gets to go de first. And his mountain. And his scam. Can I quit now? Why not? Let's just surveil. See what we can hit. Yeah, I don't want that. An untapped land seems good next turn. Then a lot of dead cards for a while. He's probably got a buff. One lander. Do I even want these back? Each permanent... Oh god. I can diamond him next turn. Not gonna, because of, you know, the likelihood of me drawing an untapped land when this is the exact moment where I need it. Here comes no mana. Yep. But actually, this does make a 2-drop. Oh, here we go. For all combat damage that would be dealt to Diamond Weapon. Take that, red, you're one lander. Get the F out of here. Alright, our opponent is the Diodide. Diodide? Diodide. Alright, opponent goes first again. At least I do get a Vermin this time. Not that I'm going to be able to cast him though. Hopeless Nightmare. Okay, we start with tossing Ayara. If that's the case, I think we can throw out a Vermin. Mill ourselves. Lots of creatures going to the graveyard might be a good thing. Ellis Outcore. Okay, I said it might be a good thing, but it might also not be a good thing. Let's go for the Vermin attack. I don't think he's going to block. Yep, no blocksies, so we go up the Beanstalk. It's a lot of dead creatures, but if he makes me discard, at least I won't feel as bad. Also, I'm not sure what this deck is. Hopeless Nightmare is one type of deck. Ellis Outcore is another type of deck. He's got all kinds of stuff in there. So it is that deck, but why does he have Hopeless Nightmare? Yeah, right? It makes no sense. I'm not getting to 5. If I'm not getting to 5, maybe I need to kill the LSL core. I can also play the Marauder right now. That's not too bad. I also draw a card for doing this. Scar card. Discards his LSL core. Hopeless Nightmare. How did I see that coming? I mean, I also fly. Pixie the Nightmare. Plays the Nightmare again. Ooh, an Overlord. Alright, so that's gonna be better than what I was gonna do this turn. I first draw a card, then I'll mill 4 cards, then I'll bring back the Marauder. I mean, I could play this, right? It turns on the Verge. Ooh, another Marauder, you say? Eaten alive. I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. That is still part of what's happening. Guess I'll take 2. Fountain Port. I don't know if I need the... Let's just get the... If I attack, would he block? Let's get the Vermin attack in. Alright, this does do something. But I'm pretty sure he's just gonna Fountain Port. Here's our Harvester of Misery. We shall harvest your misery. Oh yes, Fountain Port right now. Oh yes, do the thing. Is he gonna kill me? I wonder how much of that stacks. 2, 3, 4, 5. Still alive. Alright. Still alive for now. I don't know. What can I try to hit here? Exdeath. Gain 3 life at the beginning of end step. Okay. Gain 3 life, you say? I kind of need to do that. I don't think he's going to draw 2 cards in a turn, so let's bring out this Marauder. We draw a card. Yeah, discard a card that you don't have. Cool. Alright, and then we will play a tap land. This also help fix our draw potentially. Yeah, like that. Take 5. Sack the Nightmare, okay. So he didn't create a Whatchamajigger. 16. 16 is more than 4. I think. No, 6. Wow, I can do math, right? 16 is more than 6. That's for sure. So here's a 16-3 trample. I don't think you can fight a 16-3 trample with whatever he has. He could have raised the pass. That would be a good top deck. That would probably kill me too. Oh, okay. So he did do that. Nope, that is 5. Oh, he didn't do it. He's at 1. Oh man, he's at 1 and I'm not dead yet. So let's see, this is 16, 20, 25. I need to get another card into the graveyard. Can I target myself? I never target opponent, each discards a card, so I cannot target myself. Maybe I draw a card. Okay. I also draw another card. Oh, there it is. Oh god, oh, almost targeted me. So, now it's 18. We exile that guy. Draw another card. Oh, so close. So close. We got there. That's all that matters. Alright, our opponent is low psi. You could be a low psi. I'm gonna be a high upset. Oh god, this hand. I'm gonna try it, but I had the one off Ayara. It's like non-stop, always opening. Red. Red nothing. Well. I would know myself. 2 lands. Thank God for the freaking Exdeath weapons. You want to attack? Some people don't know how to play the game still. 5,000 years later. Alright, let's go with a Beanstalk. Up that beans. Dude. Just lands. Manifold Mouse. Okay, well, definitely doing this first, just to draw a card. Don't think I'm gonna mill 4 creatures. Not that lucky. Yep, lands for days. Creature? 1 creature. I mean, I guess I'll take back the Gnawing Vermin since I only milled 1 creature. We gonna gnaw. He's got a shock or something? Burst Lightning? Torch the Tower? Monstrous Rage? Probably Monstrous Rage. Our opponent looks like the type that rage. Alright, we can make him remorseful. Okay. Just going for all that damage. Why not? I'm gonna take 1 damage off. Actually, no, that's 2 damage off. Because of the minus. That's pretty relevant, right? I'm not near dead because of that. So we go to the Greeter. I can also Ayara. That's kind of tricky. Ayara is a pretty good card. You could Lightning Strike it and then I lose my Ayara. Yeah, you know what? That's a Lightning Strike not hitting my face. And if he doesn't kill Ayara, oh boy, he's gonna get it. Come at me, bro. He's got nothing? Dude, these red players, man. They have no business playing Magic. Just, period. Alright, well, we're gonna do the Town Greeter thing. If nothing else, I can... Oh, okay. Really? Is your hand that bad? You're just that bad of a player. Alright, our opponent is the Ritulo. I played, I don't know, 6-7 games with this deck today, and I think at least 12 games with that stupid Tifa deck, and I've gone first maybe twice out of 18 games. We're getting Dream turn 1. Probably take my Overlord. That's what I would do. Probably the best card in the hand. Really? Gonna look at my hand for like an hour? Okay, our opponent's living with his name. And then make the worst choice. Okay. Probably has another one, that's probably why he did it. Even still, it's kind of a dumb play. I would still take the Overlord first, in case there's something else I wanted to play. Alright, Barbarino. No way for me to get my own Overlord killed. I can stop his Barbarino with a Harvester. Do I do that? Yeah. Next time I can sack, Midgar sack the Gnawing Vermin if he has another Barbarino. Please play another one. Duress. Nice. Look at my hand. You already know it's lands and creatures, like half of it. Okay. If that's the case, maybe I just Overlord. Can't stop my Overlord. I guess he could sack, I mean, he can make me sack the Vermin. Ooh. That's interesting. I can get a Marauder out. Can I? No, I cannot. I'm pretty sure I take the Marauder anyways. Costs 3 though. Hey, 3's not bad. I mean, like, 3 mana for 4/2? Oh god. Really? Alright. Fine it is. Alright, our opponent is the T-Mac 902. A fervent T-Mac 902. We could go first? Whoa, I've never seen that before. Alright, do we make our turn 1 just to hit our curve? Put the land into our hand. That's interesting, but I think I make our turn 1. I don't really need the card draw with the Beanstalk in my hand, so we just go with it. Although, it might be an issue very quickly, so we gotta be careful. Hollow Marauder. He's got 1. Here comes FOMO. Or a Wicker Folk. Yeah, that would be good drawing another card here, but jeez. I kind of need the Avatar to do his thing, right? I can also Town Greeter, mill 4 cards. Probably not. Let's get the Overlord of Balemurk out as quickly as possible. Diamond! It's not going to be easy for him to kill Diamond. Okay, 2 lands in his graveyard is very good for me. Not that it will last long, but it's a start. No, never mind. Alright, we're getting hit. Oh, we're getting hit. We hit a lot of creatures into the graveyard too. Yo, do you know how to play this deck, man? What the hell? Alright, let's see. This costs 4. This costs 2 and mills 4. This also costs 2 and mills 4. Maybe we just play this first. See what we mill into the graveyard. Ah, we do have vermins in this deck. I was surprised. I thought I didn't have any of those. Quasari and Marauder. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is 6 creatures in the graveyard, which means that my Huskburster only costs... maybe I take the Marauder out and pay 2 for a Marauder. Actually, no. But I have a Forest. If I have a Forest, I can't play 2 spells anyways. Right? I have to pay 2 for a Marauder, that's not too bad. Scar card? I mean, he probably wants to discard cards anyways. You get Ayara. Nah, I gotta discard a card. 1, 2. I discard 2 cards, right? Do I need to discard a creature? Maybe I discard the Town Greeter. It is a creature that I don't want in my hand. Three. He's almost at 4. Yeah, he's almost at 4, and I don't have life gain in this deck. Now he's at 4. It is a 4/3. He's got 7 cards in the graveyard. So the Tursa is where it gets scary. Okay, at least he can't play it right now. That thing tramples. I guess it didn't matter there. Double strike. GG. Yeah, I could not mill fast enough. Where's my Gnawing Vermins? Alright, our opponent is Ricardo. Hey, have you played this guy before? Name sounds familiar. Okay. Officially 25 games. 2 games going first. 2 out of 25, huh? It's a fair rate. It's a rate that I would bet my Magic career on. I'm gonna gnaw at them some more. Okay. Best cards I needed for the game milled right away, going second. Sounds fun. I mean, I do have Ayara. I'm not gonna be able to bring it back. Emberheart Challenge. Bring it on, biatch. Okay, I guess he is bringing it on. Mono red. Shenanigans. Ooh. Okay, do I want a rubber belt? It's not that bad, right? First I mill myself for 2. And then I play the rubber belt. This way the Surveil is not wasted. Do I want to... Oh, untap land. Does give me a 3rd land I can use for stuff. In case I want to play Ayara. Most likely I won't. Who knows? Burst Lightning. Attacks anyways. So now he has to pump it to kill the rubber belt. I just not block. I know he's gonna pump it anyway, so no point doing that. Okay, do I put out the Ayara? Hold on, how many creatures do I have in graveyard? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 creatures. Now it's only 5 creatures, so this won't do. I guess I can play a Gnawing Vermin. I don't think the Gnawing Vermin does much. Screamo Nemo. You think I'm gonna mill 0 creatures? If that's the case, I could bring back... I'm not attacking this turn, right? Yeah, okay. It doesn't seem like he has anything, but I still can't take out a Screaming Nemesis no matter what. Do I Overlord again? Do I just play the town? I do have a land to play already, so maybe it is Overlord again. Maybe I draw a land. Let's just get a shock. It wasn't a land. I'm gonna need that. It's got a rock-faced village. Wow, we can actually pump the higher claw, huh? Magebane Lizard, okay. Interesting. So he cannot pump it out of the range. Why did he do that? I mean, that doesn't do anything, it still just trades. We'll remorse the Nemesis before it hits us for too much. And then what do we do here? We can greed. But I want to play the Ayara way more than anything else, right? Oh god, okay, that's good. Buff whenever this creature deals let's play a Town Greeter first. I get to return a land. I don't think it matters. We play a Verge. Deal X damage to target opponent and gain X life where X... Wait, is it activate only as a sorcery? No, it doesn't say activate only as a sorcery. I will mill too. Thank you very much. Make it a 4. It's something. Let's see what happens here. Nemesis. No blocks. Oh, I should have blocked. Deal X damage to target opponent or battle. Yeah, I should have blocked. Down to 5. Hollow Marauder. It's not doing much, but it's a start. I need to gain life, so I'll take the 1 damage just to do this. Do I put it on the Town Greeter? I don't get to do this at all. Yep, GG. Held down the Ricardo. Alright, our opponent is Avoji. Oh my god, does that say you go first? Of course we go first with a tap land, but... Hey, you know, I'll take it. Wish it wasn't a tap land. Authority! Alright, all my creatures coming to play tapped. That's fun. Do we greet him? Do we Overlord here? I think we Overlord here. Since I already have the mana to play next turn. Really? Do I even want to get this back? I don't know. I mean, I guess it wouldn't have been bad to get it back. Carrot Cake? This is looking to be one of them stupid, what's it called, decks. What was I gonna say? One of the stupid Rest in Peace decks, huh? That would be very disappointing. Enduring Innocence. Alright. Three mana. I could use all 3 mana just to Remorse the Enduring Innocence. Or I can mill 2 humans. Or humans. Mill 2 creatures. Out of 4. Okay. I got there. Exile it. Exile it before they do stuff. And now I also don't want... Yeah, I still don't want that, to be honest. No need to attack. Honestly, I just gotta dodge Rest in Peace against this deck, and we will be good for a while. Like a Day of Judgment or something? Let's Slam Marauder first. I draw a card. The card draw is just insane. Like, limitless. Scar card. Scar's Lay Down Arm. Okay. Joke's on me, I guess. All the good cards gets milled. Five mana, Elspeth.
Do not despair. Together.
No Elspeth. No Speth.
Join the fight.
You gonna join a fight? Alright, he's gonna join a fight. I mean, is it even worth it to Harvester this board? There's nothing on it right now. Alright, let's see what we're gonna draw next. I would like to draw it. That's an Overlord. Definitely want an Overlord. It's probably a Sunfall at some point. Okay. Not yet. Interesting, huh? I wonder how he would block. No way for me to sacrifice anything. Do I want to exile the Rubber Belt to make my Overlord the Balemurk strong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? You can all come after the Overlord. Beginner. I think I want the Marauders. Take all cards in his hand. Well, yes. That is another 1/1. One. That's a jump. You do anything other than chomping here? Regular chumps. It's probably a Sunfall that you want to hit me with, so let's not let him do that. Second Harvester. Wipes the whole board. Now this Sunfall only hits for 3. Does he have a single target removal? Is it Ultima time? Ultima is like a better Sunfall, right? A regular Sunfall. Yep. But that means I still have a Hollow Marauder. Does make him discard his last card. Oh, GG! Took out his last card. I didn't get to see it. I want to see what is in his hand. GG. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all of those GraveBeans games, how does this deck feel? It's, like I said, the deck is very consistently strong still. Up the Beanstalk with all these cheated out high CMC card that we play for 1 or 2 mana is just unfair. We get so much right immediately off the rip that most of our opponent can't really handle. Now I did see a lot of opponents that just played badly because they're playing red, so they will attack a 2/2 into a Gnawing Vermin. That's definitely incorrect, right? We just kill it right away because even though it's a 1 mana 1/1, it's technically a 1 mana 2/2 on the block. So yeah, there's a lot of things our opponent are doing wrong that give us an extra edge, but I still think without it, this deck is still fire. This deck is so good just because, you know, if we hit our proper curve, which hopefully you should, turn 1, we can already mill 2 cards in the graveyard. Turn 4, or turn 2, we're probably going to mill 4 cards in the graveyard. That means turn 3 comes out the Burster, the Diamond Weapons, the Hollow Marauder, or even an Overwhelming Remorse, and there's not really much any deck in the current standard can fight against that unless they're a combo deck that's trying to win on turn 4. If they're not doing that, they're going to get overwhelmed very quickly. And I love this deck because I have an extra edge in Ayara. It's kind of a hidden tech. A lot of decks don't see it coming. They just think of it as a Huskburster or a Diamond Weapon deck. But as soon as I can stick an Ayara, oh, they're going to die in 1 turn. Landing a Huskburster or a Diamond Weapon will kill them immediately. Now, I did think about maybe try to give haste in this deck with the boots, not the I forgot what that boot is called. Is it boot? Lava Spurt boot, right? This does give Ayara haste and ward. Not Swiftfoot boot because it costs too much, but I did thought about just giving Ayara haste, but that's going to be a dedicated Ayara deck, which is a little bit harder to pull off. So I didn't really put it in. Right now, it's sort of a side tech that if our opponent's not careful, will kill them. And more importantly, against red, they really don't use as many lightning shocks anymore, or lightning strikes anymore. And as long as Ayara can stick, we can sacrifice any one of these things and gain a lot of life. And then there's no way for them to kind of interact with us anymore. So that's how I feel about this deck. Very strong and very fun to play. It's very synergistic. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.